Thank you, Donna, for the warm introduction. Your words mean so much to me. I have always admired you. You are a champion for storytellers and a true force in shaping our industry. And to my dear friend, Dean Elizabeth, to the wonderful faculty, honored guests, and most of all, the graduating class of 2025, thank you for inviting me to speak at your celebration, and congratulations. I'm truly honored, humbled, and happy to be here today. There's something special about this industry we all love. It renews itself through fresh voices, bold ideas, and passionate young creatives like you. The world is so different now compared to when I was growing up. Now, everything is available instantly at the touch of a screen. Your generation is 100 times more evolved. You are passionate about global issues, the environment, social issues, AI, and the list goes on. But as fast as the world is evolving, there are some truths that never change. You need core values to anchor you, challenge you, and grow with you. So today, I want to share my journey and the values that have guided me through life. I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, and moved to Korea at the age of 3. My mother sent me to Catholic school because my parents wanted me to be exposed to different ways of thinking. At school, I studied the Bible. At home, I lived with Buddhist and Confucian traditions. Through my school days and my years working in Korea and Hollywood, I found 3 core values that have shaped who I am and who I try to be: humility, resilience with discipline, and compassion. They've helped me build a career rooted in something deeper than just ambition. They ground me, and I believe they can sustain you as you move forward. Let me start with humility. When I was admitted to Seoul National University, my classmates were the best and brightest, and I felt I had earned my place among them. However, I found out that more than half of my class had come from rural towns and small villages, and they studied on their own without the tons of private tutoring I had. I became aware of how exceptional they were and how many obstacles they had overcome. I felt so small, and it was very humbling. I decided to push myself to work harder. After college, I wanted to study Chinese philosophy. At the time, Korea didn't have diplomatic relations with China, so I came to the US and entered graduate school at Harvard. I remember sitting in class and realizing that my American classmates could read more Chinese characters than me. I had been learning them since I was 5. I was shocked, and again, I was humbled. I realized I was like a frog in a well, only seeing a tiny corner of the sky. Humility allows you to understand how small you are and how much you still need to grow and learn. Years later, I had the privilege of working with Steven Spielberg. Steven mentored so many successful directors, yet he rarely talks about it publicly. I once asked him about this, and he said, "I find joy in watching their growth. I'm not really interested in taking credit for it." Steven showed me that greatness doesn't demand attention. Humility gives you the ability to move forward, focus on important things, and grow. Then there is resilience, which goes hand in hand with discipline. In 1996, when we decided to build multiplexes in Korea, most cinemas were old single screens, and people thought we were crazy. Why do we need more screens? Who goes to the movies that often? The older generation was saying, movies are a waste of time and money. No one wants to pay to cry. So I said, what are you talking about? Korean people cry professionally. We want to cry. In 1998, CJ opened our very first multiplex in Seoul. And over the next 15 years, we opened over 190 multiplexes. Koreans went from going to the theaters less than once a year to 5 times a year. And Korea became the most movie-going country in the world. But 190 theaters means at least 190 problems, and somewhere full-blown crisis. But we persevered and expanded into China, Vietnam, and Turkey. Then the finance team said, good job, but now we've saturated the market, it's time to sell. I said, no way, and instead of selling, we decided to innovate the movie-going experience. That's when we came up with ScreenX and 4DX. We even brought these formats to America. Please watch Mission Impossible, F1, and Jurassic World in 4DX. And that brings us to my last core value, compassion. Compassion is the bold, quiet statement that says, I see you, I know your determination, and I feel your struggle and pain. Let me help you share your dreams with the world. I'm happy to be part of your journey, even if it might be a long and winding road. 20 plus years ago, when I first encountered directors like Park Chan-wook, Bong Joon-ho, and Kim Ji-woon, that's what I felt. I was so in awe of their artistry and was determined to support them. Becoming a great filmmaker does not happen overnight. Masterpieces like Decision to Leave, Old Boy, The Good, Bad, and the Weird, Snowpiercer, and Parasite took years of effort and dedication. Once I had to personally guarantee the completion of a film because the insurance company said the director was too unpredictable. I said, that's not a liability, that's art. I also saw how much these directors admired each other's work and how they supported each other and nurtured younger filmmakers. These are all acts of compassion. I often joke with my nieces and nephews that the biggest lies parents tell you is, if you study hard, you'll be successful. It's not wrong, but it's incomplete. Discipline alone doesn't guarantee that you will enjoy the fruits of success, because success without humility can become arrogance. And success without compassion becomes emptiness. We need all three. So here's what I hope you take away today. Be humble. And when you are facing hardship, be more humble. Then you see more solutions. Be resilient and be disciplined, especially when things are challenging. And be compassionate, so we can all connect more with each other and achieve our dreams together. I hope these values can give you strength and help you tell stories that uplift and resonate with people throughout the world. Class of 2025, congratulations once again. I'm privileged to be part of your incredible beginning. The world is your voice and your vision, and I can't wait to see how far your stories will take you. Thank you.